Alright.
The Pope's Penis by Sharon Olds.
No.
It hangs deep in his robes,
I just searched up
delicate clapper at the center of a bell.
One community.
It moves when he moves, a ghostly fish in a hollow of silver seaweed. The hair, swaying in the dark and the heat. And at night when his eyes sleep, it stands up in praise of God. Welcome to another, what do we call this? Headache? No, we call this Friendly Friends Podcast. Today we are reading poems for your delight. Today we'll be reading New Neighbors, Markiplier, next reading. Okay. By Lizard 1600. You lean back in your chair, refreshing YouTube on your phone for the third time in 5 minutes. You had literally just moved into your apartment in LA, walking in the door roughly 45 minutes ago. But it was at this time of day, that your favorite time of the day, the time when Markiplier uploads. Markiplier had instantly been your favorite YouTuber since you first saw his channel a few years ago, and you wouldn't admit to anyone but yourself, but you had a little crush on him. Refreshing it again, you found out there's still no video on your homepage on YouTube. Growing impatient, you decide to check your Twitter or Facebook, hoping there's any new reason behind the late video. Scrolling through Twitter, you found Mark tweeting saying, "Sorry guys, vid's gonna be late today, having trouble with my computer." Shoot. How late? You groaned and you put your head back. You should decide you could either unpack the loads of boxes that you had to unpack after moving your stuff in, or you could sit back and keep refreshing YouTube.
I'm gonna need you to stop right now.
You were about to choose the second option that you heard. Then you heard a loud crash. That was not the sentence. From behind your wall, followed by a curse railed. What was that? You wondered aloud. If your new neighbor was going to be this loud all the time, you're going to have a big problem. What?
So, did you know you could buy 5 Nights at Freddy's fan fiction on your Kindle off of Amazon?
No!
Oh, it's not even a joke.
No!
I'm sending the link on over Insta. It's volume 2!
There's more than one.
5 Nights at Freddy's Dripping Blood Volume 2 FNAF Fanfiction The Horror at Fazbear's Book 2.
FNAF Fazbear's.
Enjoy the thrilling suspense of this original twist on Steve Cawthon's masterpiece. The epic conclusion to this horrific story. Jesus Christ. It's an actual publishing company!
Michael, you're here!
What? Yeah.
Whoa, I thought you
Oh
left.
no.
I forgot you were here.
No, I accidentally turned off my phone.
Let me continue reading this wonderful story
Oh.
and go on to
Sorry
the
for
next.
interrupting the beautiful story.
It's okay. On a clear day. I'm like 4 years old. What the heck? You refreshed YouTube once more before returning your phone to your pocket and stood up. Mark is going to be a while. I might as well go and see what's on with the weirdo next door. You mumbled yourself and walked out the door. Knocking on the door of your neighbor's apartment, you heard someone yelling, "Shut up, Wade!" Oh, wait, I gotta do that in Markiplier's voice. "Shut up, Wade!" From
I don't think
inside.
that's Markiplier.
That's Markiplier. You raised an eyebrow, and you could have sworn that you heard his voice before. You knocked again. You heard footsteps coming towards the door. And you never did in your life. But you saw who opened it.
You immediately
New
got it.
Neighbors, Markiplier, X-Reader, Chapter 2, Squeak. Your neighbor opened the door, looking quite frazzled. It took you roughly half a second to realize the man was... It was Mark. It was Mark! You wanted to jump up and down and scream with delight, but instead you found yourself in a stuck spot, mind completely blank. You just stood there, looking at each other for a good 30 seconds, before Mark asked slowly, "Can I help you with something?" And ran his hand through his hair. You see, sir. I mean, Mr. Fishbox, sir. I heard a crash, sir. And, yeah.
Sir.
This is how you acted around your idol? How smooth. You wanted to slap yourself, but you couldn't think if you tried. You were so paralyzed by the fact that Markiplier.
How
was
long
standing
is
in
this
front
story?
of you. That is something for you to find out on your own.
Oh god.
Oh, the clank? He asked with a little laugh. Yeah, I was having trouble with my computer, and I had to get under my desk. I hit my head and knocked over the screen. It's all fine. He smiled kindly, his brown eyes meeting yours. Your cheeks flushed, and you started to regain confidence. That's
Oh
good.
my god.
I mean, everything is fine. Not that you hit your head. That's not good. I'm sorry. You responded before mentally facepalming yourself. No, it's fine. I got you. So you... Mark was cut off by an incoming Skype call. This is where I change to the next.
Stop. Please stop it, everyone. This is painful to look.
This
Like,
is awesome. He responded by screaming, "Shut
I'm
up!"
taking psychic beam.
Okay. Behind him, you couldn't help but laugh out loud. What? He asked. I was just thinking about your "shut up, nurse" thing that you do sometimes. It's one of my favorite jokes. That's all. You muttered sheepishly. Jeez. A small smile crept onto your face when you saw the happiness on his when you mentioned it. Yeah, it seems to be the decent thing to come out of that game. When stressful, he smiled at you, and inside fluttered a little. Not as stressful as Vanish, I assume, you joked. A sly smile on your face. He shook his head and chuckled. Yuck! Don't even bring up, "Hey, want to come inside and sit down instead of standing around in the hallway?" He asked you. Afterward, your mind had popped like a balloon due to fangirl self losing it for the moment. Oh, Chapter 2, we found out the gender of the protagonist. Amazing.
Oh.
Yeah.
This actually
Yes, sir.
hurts to listen.
Thank you, you exclaimed before gingerly walking into his apartment and marveling at it. He shut the door, but you couldn't help but say, "Squeak," under your breath. I heard that. Chapter 3. You stood in the center of your room trying to not have a heart attack. It was now that full realization that hit you. You were standing in Markiplier's apartment. You had just talked to him, laughed with him even. You okay? A deep voice said from behind you as you were spacing out. The voice managed to snap you out of your trance. Oh, yes. I was just, excited to be let in. Standing in the hallway makes me feel so weird. You laughed nervously. Mark raised an eyebrow and you could tell he was trying not to smile. You felt your cheeks heat up again. Come on. Oh wait, that's not Mark. Come on, sit down. Hey, I never got your name, did I? I'm sorry if I'm terrible with names. He smiled sheepishly. No, I didn't tell you before. You giggled a little. It's really awesome that you're letting me in your apartment because I'm right next door. And could you know, walked like
It's
10
really
steps
cool
to
I'm
your
in
door.
your house.
Mark laughed.
Where do you keep your money, by the way?
Just it's for safety reasons, okay? Mark laughed and pulled over to the couch. It was then that you realized that you've been standing in the middle of his sitting in the room instead of taking his offer and sitting down. I wouldn't be much of a gentleman though, m'lady. He said in a soft voice, he used in Flappy Fedora. It's not the same without Flappy Fedora. That caused both of him and you to burst out in crazy laughter. You really know my channel, don't you? He asked after you both stopped laughing. Yeah, I've been a fan since 2012 and watched your videos of yours. Okay, I take that back. I did wimp out and quit your Outlast series. I did manage to watch about 30 seconds of your Not My Giblets episode before passing out, though. I even danced to your Zumba video. Wow, that sounded really creepy. What did? Why is he goofy?
What, dude?
He asked sitting next to you. The whole, I've seen all your videos. I've watched from the beginning, Zumba, blah blah thing. I'm just another creepy fangirl. He replied, looking down. No, you're much more than another fangirl.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what Markiplier would say, right?
It's really not, I don't think so.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I found one.
Alright, there's episode 1
no.
of Fanfiction Night.
Oh,